In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is
the people on television say my dog was taken and used for food.
You talk about extreme.
We want to start out by giving our viewers a warning because the details here in this story are incredibly disturbing. Now, about 3.5 weeks ago, a housing community here in Canton was shocked as neighbors tell us they watched a woman eat a cat. But now they're dealing with a new wave of emotions as they watch body-worn camera footage from that event circulate widely online. And connection to that story in Springfield, the influx of Haitian immigrants 170 miles away.
What did you do?
August 16th, Canton police responded to disturbing 911 calls.
She killed the cat and is eating it.
Multiple people reported 27-year-old Alexis Farrell was eating a cat on the 1100 block of 13th Street Southeast in Canton.
Stand up.
Officers on scene placed Farrell in handcuffs as a crowd of onlookers watched.
Put your hands behind your back. Someone got rubber gloves. She's covered in blood.
Police believe she killed the cat before eating it. One writing they saw blood on Alexis's feet, hands, and fur on her lips.
But the people around here knew her. They like, Alexis, get up. Like, what is you doing? Like, da-da-da-da. Like, they know for sure that wasn't her right mind.
Neighbors recall it as a deeply unsettling night for their neighborhood, speculating Farrell may have been on drugs or experiencing a mental health crisis. Now, Alexis Farrell is in jail today. She's being held on a 100.
Talk. You have talk? No talk meat? Talk to eat. Talk. Woof woof. Like talk meat. Talk. I want talk.
Speak.
Man, I swear to God, these immigrants coming over here, they taking over neighborhoods, they taking over jobs. Now they over here eating dogs and cats.
Lord help us.
Now the Lord, they over here eating dogs and cats. They frying them up, cuz like some fried chicken.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, go ahead, take off.
I thought it was kind of funny. Back in the days when you would see all those commercials saying, when the SPCA will come on and say, adopt a pet, help us adopt a pet. We have a surplus of pets. I ain't seen one of them things in years. I see why. Lord, what's going on? I think the president just had the wrong location. He said Springfield, but it was Canton.
What is this country coming to? Where does it come? I'm not really no Donald Trump supporter, but man, listen here. Now, we don't eat animals over here. That's not part of our culture.
No.
And these immigrants are coming over here. They getting everything that we supposed to be getting. Everybody want to put it off like we have to have them to work the construction jobs, to work the low paying jobs. These immigrants are getting job training for better paying jobs.
But they'll take the lower pay,
Listen at me. They're getting job training for high paying and better paid jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them getting a job training to operate heavy equipment. You can't turn your head without seeing an immigrant truck driver on the road. And we know truck drivers make more than average pay. They make a little bit above average pay. So these immigrants are getting, when Donald Trump said they're taking black jobs, they try to make it seem like, okay, what is a black job? What is a black? It's a job that black people would normally get if these immigrants wouldn't be over here.
Hmm.
And a lot of these immigrants, they look like us, so they can integrate with us. And we all know where that goes. We all know where it goes, man.
But you know what they say about America, the home of the brave. Opportunity is free here. You can advance. This is a great country. So, they leave their country and they come here because they can get a better living. They can take care of home. They can build generational wealth and send back home. So often we see these films where people come over, the immigrants come here and they work, and then they send back and build up their homes so that when they're ready to retire and go back home, they can go back home and build up their own home. So, America gets used for a certain amount of time,
But the problem is they don't go back home.
Yeah, some of them don't.
They don't go
bring
back home.
bring
They
the
stay
rest.
over here and then they start having children and then they anchor down. That's
Yeah,
the biggest problem right there. They
yeah.
come over here and then they anchor down and then they try to undermine us as black people. That's the foundation of this country. That's what they do. That's exactly what they're doing. And Donald Trump, well, Kamala Harris, Donald Trump said something that Kamala couldn't dispute.
Hmm.
And that is they're trying to get these immigrants over here so they can vote.
Oh yeah,
That's
definitely.
they're trying to replace us with immigrant voters. That's what this boiled down to. Because the immigrants are just happy to be over here.
Hmm.
They just happy to be here. They glad that they're here, getting a job. That's
Eating,
reparations for
having
them.
shelter, a
Having
home.
shelter, having
Yeah,
home.
children can go to school and
Yeah.
become doctors, lawyers. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. So Kevin, question: what did you think about the debate?
Uh, I really think that they stacked the decks against Trump. They put him in they put Kamala Harris in the best position for her not to look bad. She seemed very rehearsed. Uh, it was more like Donald Trump against the mediators, or the moderators. I'm sorry, the moderators. That's basically what it turned out to be. And
That
like I
was
said, I'm
one.
not no Trump supporter. I'm not no listen. I'm not no Republican. I'm not no Democrat. I'm not trying to walk the fence with nobody. All I want is for them to do something for black folks. That's all.
Hmm.
Do something. Give us something besides the Democrats massaging our shoulders and telling us how good it's gonna be and what they can do if you just vote for me. Or these boulets out here trying to speak for us, which they don't speak for us. And we tired of them dress up niggas anyway. I'm tired
Well,
of them dress up niggas
I
because they don't
clearly
ever
don't.
do nothing. Go ahead.
I clearly don't think either one of them answered the questions, and I agree with you that it seemed more padded for Harris, but I don't think either one of them directly answered the questions that they were asked as it relate to issues that would matter to us as voters. Also, I see that they target the question about Carmelita being black, and she didn't address it. She didn't say yeah or nay, and I was just trying to figure out why was that question directed to Donald. I think to Trump. That question should have been directed to her. What do you identify as? Not what he thinks she identifies. Like he said, he doesn't care. Because in his mind, he don't care if she black, Jamaican, white, Indian, whatever it is. She running against me, and my game is to beat you. But for we need to know what she identifies as. Because I have yet to hear what she identifies as.
I mean, Donald Trump is not stupid.
Hmm.
He knows she's running game. He running game. But she knows she's using her the color of her skin to try to run game.
Hmm.
Now, she claimed East Indian all year, except for when it's voting time.
Hmm.
She claimed to be
Convenient, ain't
East
it?
Indian right up until it's time for voting time and for her to start campaigning. Now, why you not over there cosplaying with the East Indians? Why you not asking them, are they gonna vote for you or get out to vote? Because you know most of them, they Republicans. You know most of them Republicans, and they don't approve of you. So you want to come over here and be insulting towards us with washing greens in the tub. Washing greens in the tub. You know, black folks don't play that.
Going
We
to
don't play that
sorority
because
parties,
yeah, going to
buying
all these
CDs. Yeah,
exactly. You know,
it's a
and that's
lot.
insulting. Be like just if you go over there to the East Indians and start speaking East Indian, they're gonna look at you. Or hey, what if you start acting like you Asian and cosplaying as you Asian? They're gonna take that extremely offensive. And we the only ones that don't do that. And we should be highly offended that she's trying to play like she is one of us when she's not. She's black, but she don't have our best interests. She don't have our best interests. That's just all it is to it. You go to a policy, she don't really have she don't really have no policy.
Neither one of them really had a direct policy.
Well, Donald Trump ain't really got no policy, but the policy that he talking about is getting rid of them immigrants, closing the borders. That we got to stop that because especially the immigrants that look like us. Now, the Hispanic immigrants, we'll deal with them out the wild. But right now, we got to stop the people that look like us because they get in positions. They have positions of power and they try to speak against us once they get the power. And we don't know who they are. We have to dig into their background. To the average listener, average looker on, they just look regular. And before you know it, if we was trying to get something, we won't get it because why? They done shot it down, or they don't even bring it to the flow, or they don't even make it an issue.
About the topic of healthcare, and they were asking would he revamp or change if he got into office, Obamacare, and he said, well, I mean, I don't like it, but it's what we have right now. I mean, that's not my main issue. I think healthcare here is horrible. We need to have free healthcare. Like some countries. Like I think those are issues that matter. Just the border matters, but healthcare should be free to all. It to me the debate just was all over the place, and like you say, it was padded in her favor. It was almost as if though she had those questions.
For the issue of healthcare, you're absolutely right. Healthcare should be absolutely free. And should be the best healthcare
in
the world, because we are the richest country in history. And don't give me this shit about, oh, we're in debt, or this country we can't just go around printing money. We print money all the time. We do that, and they've already said that we can do that. We can get the money and we can account for the debt. We can cancel out the debt as long as we account for inflation. That's all we got to do. When we went into COVID, what they do? Checks went to flying everywhere. They got a war going on in the Ukraine and one going over there in Israel, or in Israel and Palestine. Money going over there.
Yeah, we find money for everything that seems to not matter. So let's find some money for the things that matter. Like reparations. Let's find some money for those things.
Oh, and that's the elephant in the room, the reparations bill.
Yeah.
That's the elephant in the room. They don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about the crime bill.
Neither candidate.
But it's coming. It's coming. It's just one of those things that it's the elephant in the room, and it's a swell, man. It's a swell. And eventually it's gonna explode. Eventually.
Yeah. And we getting all these texts. We need to vote. We need you to get out and vote. Those days of us just voting for people because we're Democrat or we're Republic or they're not offering any things that make any change, that's so gone. They fought for y'all the right to vote. Yes, they did. People died for it, but they didn't want us to give our votes when there's nothing being done for us.
Absolutely not.
So no.
Absolutely not. And that, like you say, that's over with. We done with that. We so done with that until There ain't nothing else to say about it. There ain't nothing else about it. But hey, these immigrants, they gotta go. We gotta stop all this here. Now they done went to eating dogs normal. Man, just send your kids to somebody's house or sleepover, man. They were there feeding them with the freaking dog sandwich.
Oh no.
That shit, we don't do that shit around here, man. Since when we started eating dogs and cats? Homegirl out there frying up, just frying him up, man. A whole cat she done went out there.
She was having sushi because they said she was eating it raw.
Crazy, man.